Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, April 25th, 2013. Thank you for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts. We're going to start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You'll see that the futures are soaring up today by about 7.5 points. Pretty good move. It started around 4 o'clock in the morning. One thing we'll notice about this move higher in the futures, it really coincides with the move down in the U.S. dollar. You can see here right around 4 o'clock in the morning, the U.S. dollar index started to fall, and as soon as the dollar started to decline, the U.S. S&P 500 E-mini futures started to catch a bid. So I think that's a little interesting to look at today, because the dollar and the S&P have not really correlated inversely lately these days. So it's just something to watch for. But we are seeing a little correlation there today, and it's the first time in a while I've seen a real solid correlation in a trading day. But that's worth noting. Again, weaker dollar today. U.S. dollar is down by 47 cents. And you can see really around 4 o'clock in the morning, the futures, S&P 500 E-mini futures started to ramp up. So again, that's what we're looking at. Earnings are coming out in droves today. You're getting tons and tons of earning reports. Some of the big ones out today are ExxonMobil. That is a huge one. Exxon is the world's largest company by market cap, taking over the short reign that Apple had. So Exxon is a big stock. UPS is another one that reported earnings today. Again, hard to make out what this one is doing before the opening bell. And then we just have dozens and dozens of other equities that are making a run before the opening bell. So we're going to have quite a few gap setups for you. Yesterday we had a nice winner in the chat room, Panera Bread. That was 7-point move. Just a tremendous move yesterday. Right now we're looking at a market that's holding up pretty well. If we look across the pond in Europe, what we'll notice is that all of the European indexes are okay. The French CAC 40 is flat on the day, and the and the Spanish IBEX 35 is a little bit weaker on the day, down about 0.5%. But other than that, everything else in Europe is holding steady. Last night in Asia, the Shanghai was down about 0.9%. Meanwhile, the Shanghai was down 0.9%. The Nikkei 225 was up 0.6%. India saw a little bump yesterday. India rallied up. The Bombay Sensex index caught a little bit of a bid. That was up 1.2%. So Indian ADRs could be in store for a little uptick today. I'd watch for a little bit of strength, at least at the start of the trading day. Today's going to be a pretty volatile session, in my opinion. You just have a lot of earnings being released one after the other. So I think today could be a pretty volatile session. You have some stocks that are just getting hammered today, and other stocks are holding up pretty well. But all in all, the futures are still up about 7.5 points. Now, looking forward today, we just had the weekly jobless claims number released at 8:30. Looks like the jobless claims number was 339,000 new claims. That's down a bit. So again, the markets seem to be holding steady over that. And then a little bit later today, I think at 10 and 11 o'clock, we do have some economic news. I'm not sure exactly what the news is, but really the market doesn't care about news. The market just cares about the money printing by the central bankers, and that's really the gist of it. This earnings season, the earnings have not been very good. Even if they beat their initial number, revenues were well below forecast. We've seen it today in Triple M. Take a look at 3M today. They're another major multinational that is complaining that the strong dollar is hurting them. And look at that fall in 3M. We have levels for that too. I'll post that up in the chat room around 9 o'clock. But just another company out there. You heard it already with Caterpillar. You heard it with FedEx. I mean, it's just constant. Look at IBM. But the stock market doesn't seem to care. The stock market, which used to be driven on earnings, is really driven by central bank money, and that's the bottom line. That's the truth of the matter. And it makes for good trading. So again, whatever the cause is, whatever the effect is, that's why you want to use a chart, and you want to watch the money flow, and you want to be able to trade this market. Otherwise, just listening to the news, you'll be out in left field each and every day. A couple of other things out here. Let's take a look at gold. This morning, gold is getting a nice snapback bounce, up $28 to $1,452 an ounce.
Take a look at the GLD, which is a good proxy for gold. GLD is trading up around $140.46. It closed at $138.67. Make that 37 cents yesterday. So a big solid push for gold, and gold is catching a nice bounce. Gold is retraced already roughly about 50% of last week's losses. So gold has been surging right back higher. And again, you have to wonder about the whole gold sell-off there. Was there a big whale under pressure like John Paulson, or was there multiple whales under pressure? And were the central banks in there selling gold, trying to drive the price lower? But either way you slice it or dice it, gold has really snapped back quite nicely over the past couple of days. We'll see where it closes out today. Let's take a look at light sweet crude, which had a pretty good solid move yesterday. Today light sweet crude is trading up, and this is the June contract, up about 42 cents to $91.85. Let's take a look at the USO, which is a good proxy for light sweet crude, and you'll see that the USO is trickling higher. Right now it is trading at $32.70, up about 5 cents from yesterday's close. Not that big a deal, but the USO has had a big move. Would not surprise me to see further upside in the USO in the near term, as long as this inflationary push continues. If the markets inflate, the dollar gets weaker, we could watch for strength in oil, and we may also watch for some strength in gold. Gold GLD yesterday and has closed above a very important resistance point yesterday, so there could be some more upside there. But overall, we still have to expect volatility in the marketplace. Just looking through my notes here to make sure I covered everything that I wanted to. You will have some more stocks today after the closing bell. I believe Amazon is going to be the big one after the closing bell today. So keep an eye on that. But a ton of earnings out there. I'm going to be going back to work right now and finding some more gap strategies for the morning. And again, if anybody is interested in them, in the gaps and morning gap plays, they'll be posted in the chat room around 9 a.m. With that said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts a little bit later. Take care, everyone.